This truck is a good example of no criticism to the dealership, but it's better to put your trust in a local detailer with his own shop than the dealership. And I think somebody new to detailing at the dealership was learning how to use a polisher, how to polish paint, and obviously somebody who there's a stink bug right there. Somebody who maybe didn't really know how to teach them themselves. Anyway, they left buffer trails, and it looks like they used too aggressive. Anyway, when he bought this truck, it was like that. It was all swirled up, and he actually described he goes up to Maine, goes hunting, and apparently it's called the Maine car wash. I guess I've never heard of the Maine car wash, but like if you're going through the trails and you're going through brush, and it's like basically washing your truck. Heavy scratches on the passenger side, scratches on this side too, but not quite as bad, which is pretty normal. Scratches usually worse on that side because you tend to leave yourself more room where you can see, less room. Anyway, so it's scratched up pretty good. He's selling the truck. He's a current customer. So we did not go after the scratches today, although I'd really like to because I think this thing would look pretty good. And when I say go after scratches, whatever's there, 25 to 50% of them will be either gone or it'd be really hard to see them. You'd have to really look to find them. And that's kind of the the extent of which I'd like to go. If this truck was going to go sit somewhere and never be used again, and it's a special truck or something, sure, we'd probably have a different conversation. But because he's going to go up to Maine again and use it and get scratches, we don't want to go removing. Clear coat doesn't grow back. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't bring it back, and then it ends up getting softer. So with that being said, we just went for gloss, which I got a good amount of gloss out of it, and I used a sealant based polish. It actually has a sealant in it. Really nice stuff. It got rid of all those buffer trails, all those swirls. I think it looks pretty good. So it's a sealant. Lasts about 9 months or so. I also actually put a sealant on the glass as well and on the door jambs. I just really like that stuff. Ceramic in it, nice, durable. It's not a real, ceramic coating, but he's selling it. It doesn't make sense to spend more money on, scratches and long-term protectants. I'm not sure what he's getting instead, but the interior was fairly dirty. It looks like nobody has ever sat in the back seat, which is for a truck, that's rare. Usually there is more dirt back there. The door panels are pretty dirty, but that carpet, even though there's no floor mat on it, I think somebody went through and somebody cleaned this because I could tell this thing sits in the woods. Not only because there's like staining on the roof. If you ever see like water damage on floor, like concrete or wood, it does the same thing on clear coat as well. And you can see like the gunk you just see the water damage and around the door handles and stuff like that. Somebody did a really good job. This is actually the best job I've ever seen removing all that. It's basically mold and algae is what ends up growing on cars when they sit in the woods or they stay wet in the shade for a really long time. And I mean, they did a good job getting the dirt off of this because there's even still a thin layer of dirt film on here because it's vinyl and it just gets baked in there and it's almost impossible to get all. You can only get about 90% of it out. There's always like a little bit of a remnant there, but somebody did a really good job. I know there's a little around the windows where you really can't get into very well, but nevertheless, I'm happy with the results. I think he's going to be. If anyone's curious, the total was $624 for this one. Detail the interior with a protectant, and then detail the exterior polish and sealant. And I didn't touch the bed. I usually don't do the engine or the bed unless somebody requests it when they have covers on it. Beds get dirty. Even if you clean them, you can never really get all that dirt out. It just, if somebody wants me to do it, I'll usually charge for it, but it's not something I do automatically. But it is something that I can do. Other than that, this has been a very kind of quick and easy project. Appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I'll talk to you next time.